Brad Williams, Excel Prime. We're gonna sum up possession time in minutes of, well, two hypothetical teams. How about the Raiders and the Bengals? Why not? Our time possession, note that we want this, how about on a weekly basis? We'll go sum weekly possession time in minutes. How are we going to do this? Well, we've done how many? 9 previous SUMIFS. Well, can't we do the exact same thing here? Aren't we doing the exact same criteria? We were doing appliances before. We have our criteria, Raiders. Date is another criteria. All we're doing is adding up time of possessions. What's critical here? A couple things. Make sure your formats are correct. Here it's time, and we're doing minutes. And hit Control 1, and make sure you're minute seconds. And make sure the format here is comparable. Look at this. If you need to put in, again, this is my example strictly for the tutorial. You won't include this. And if you need to get rid of this rand, just copy the whole thing and just hit Paste Special. It'll be static. Escape, escape, escape. And hit F9. We have this randomness. Let's see what we're doing here. We want weekly possession times. Weekly. There's a gapping error here in that the weeks are not weeks. This is just a random date. To do this, you would probably set up, so this is an actual date that starts on a Monday. And these would all have to be a Monday. You could use probably the workday function, define this specifically so it's a week. Here, we're going to have some crossover. Why? Look at our structure. We have sum range. Our sum range is going to be our time. Our criteria range is going to be date 985. Well, date 985 is B5 to B19. Not a big deal. It's greater than or equal to 918. Notice greater than or equal to this date. The next criteria is going to be the date right here. Date. Remember, paired. These are paired. Range. Date 985. Again, back here. Less than F5 plus 7. Got that? Again, that's our criteria. We have a date. Our date has to be greater than equal to F5 and less than 985 plus 7. Then we have to have our team, which is criteria range 3. And then our criteria is the Raiders. So our date has to be greater than equal to 918 and less than equal to 918 plus 7 days. So you can see here that there could be crossovers in our dates. We may have to add up dates. And that's sort of what we wanted, but you could see that it's impossible for a team to have multiple times of possession within the same week, unless they're playing multiple games. It could be, I don't know, it could be high school football and they're playing on one week, it's on a Friday, and then the next week it could be a Thursday, and the dates there'd be crossover. Here we have the Raiders, 918, so go down here. We have 2652, and you're just going to have to peruse again and see if there's anything within the timelines, and they're 0. We can look over here, 1013. We have the Bengals, 4001, but we have 5556. That means there's another date in here that fits within our 7-day period. And you're going to see it right here, 1017. So SUMIF is just doing its job. It's adding those two together. But if this was just a weekly, and it is weekly, but if you're working on a Monday through Sunday timeline, we should only see one time. I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say here. Brad Williams, Excel Prime, thanks for watching.